guys, my name is Amalia from AMALIABLOOMS Fiber Arts, and this is the third time I'm trying to film my first ever episode on my channel, kind of like a podcast. I think in the beginning of the video I would have put some footage of me and probably my dog Sarah going for, I say, plant hunting around our neighborhood. So I hope you enjoyed that. My name is Amalia. I live in Greece. I'm Greek. And I am a doctor. I am a doctor by day and a maker by the rest of the day. For today's episode, I will have some knitting, a little bit of crochet, a little bit of sewing, and a little bit of naturally hand-dyed yarns. I'm very new at the hand-dyed part, but I will talk about it more as we go on. So, I don't know what I should tell you about me. I am 28 years old. I love making things, different things. I'm not always making the same things. I change what I like to do, depending on my mood, where I am, how I feel, what's my influences. So when I was 18, I went to live alone and study medicine. I started crocheting, and I started making tops and crop tops, and everyone wanted to buy them. So I sold them to girls here in the island. I live in Crete. It's a very big island in the south of Greece. And every summer I made money out of it. So I crochet every year, crochet every summer. My patterns. I didn't know how to, that I could buy a pattern from Ravelry and make it. I didn't know it was so easy. I saw a picture on Pinterest from a top or a bikini I liked, and then I started creating my own pattern. Those patterns I never wrote them. I did them from my head, and I just had a quick recipe, so I remember chain this much for small and this much for medium and this much for large, and that's it. So I started with crochet, and then when I finished with the university, I moved to another island called Lesbos in the north of Greece. And there I had my first salary, so I could get good quality yarn and buy patterns, and I started knitting again. I knew how to knit from my grandma. Grandmas in Greece, most of grandmas in Greece know how to knit. So I knew the basics and I started knitting. This was 2 years ago. I started following all the famous pattern designers and yarn dyers, and I went so much into it because it's not the same as crochet. I love crochet, but it doesn't have that much exciting variety. So I started knitting again, and very quickly I couldn't stop. I'm knitting ever since, these 2 years, every day, all day. I knit at work, I knit at home. The only time I don't knit is when I sleep. So we're here now. Okay, let's start with finished objects. And I have today what I'm wearing. Let's start with what I'm wearing. Of course, all of the things I've made these 2 years are new for you, but I'm not gonna show you all of the things I've made these 2 years. I'm going to show you the 2 things I finished last. Now, the two last things I've done. And the first one is a cardigan. It's my first cardigan. I normally don't wear cardigans, but I think I've changed my mind since this one, because it's so easy. Now it's the weather changes, so it's getting hotter, but it's not so hot that you always have to wear a t-shirt. So I think throwing this on is perfect. Oh, I've made coffee. Wait, I should show you. It's my first morning coffee. This is the mug. I love this mug. It's the Dalmatian dogs. And it says on the back, but first coffee. I love it. Let me have some. Okay, so about the cardigan. It's the Magnolia Chunky Cardigan by Camilla Vad. I knit this out of local yarn store yarn here in Greece. It's my favorite yarn store. I have everything of them. It's all the... I have a wall back here with yarn. It goes up, 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 up. It's color coordinated, or I'm trying to have it color coordinated. It's from them. Sorry, it's my dog. Do you want to come up? Up, up. Hello, Mama. Hello. This is my little dog. Her name is Sarah. Look. Oh, Papa. She's a Greek breed called Kokoni. She's so cute. She stays on my feet. Okay, so all the yarn I have so much yarn from this local yarn store. The name is yarns.com. I will link it down below. And I have so much yarn that I thought I have to use it. I have to stop buying like the more known expensive brands and find some projects to use this yarn that I already have with. So I stranded one cotton strand with one mohair strand to make somewhat a more light fabric for these mid-seasons, like spring and autumn. I can wear it on top. In Greece it's so hot, so these mid-seasons are towards the hotter side, especially for you people that live in the north of Europe or in the US and northern Canada. Canada is probably cold all year long. Cold, according to the Greek island standards. So, yes, and this made a great fabric. The cotton with the mohair together. It made a very nice fluffy fabric. So, I swatched for it. This is my swatch. These are my friends. And although I swatched and I got gauge, my cardigan is bigger than what the picture is showing. To give you an example, I haven't printed this pattern because I didn't have ink when I made it, but this is the cardigan. And the woman who is wearing it, where is this beautiful lady? Oh wait, I have here on my Ravelry page. Okay, this is how it looks on the woman. So you see it's fitted. Mine is not fitted. It's big, and I got gauge. I wanted a more like fitted, more, how is the word, I don't know, snitched, snatched, no, I don't know the word, but let me show you what I mean. So, I hope you can see that, I don't know if you can. This is the detail it has. Okay, see how big it is here in the front. I wanted something more tight, so when I wear it with a very baggy dress like this, it creates more of a waist instead of hang like that. But the lace part is very, very pretty. This is from the back. I don't know how well you can see. I hope you can see. And yes, if I made it again, I would make another size. I would make a smaller size. Also, I want to say I had issues with the pattern. I read this was a make along with my aunt and my mother. My aunt has finished hers also. She made it in a great blue one from the same yarn store, Sarah. From the same yarn store as like I did. And my mother hasn't started hers, but it's okay. So me and my aunt and many other Ravelry knitters had the same problem with this pattern. It had some grammatical errors and there were some parts that weren't clear enough for us. And dog, what you doing? And many other Ravelers had the same problem. This is what I want to say. It was like the pattern hadn't been through tech editing. That's how I felt. But I don't know, I'm not an expert. I only knit for 2 years and this is my first cardigan, so I don't know, whatever. The end result is very nice, but it's not what I had in my mind. Okay, I hope I'm clear. Okay, that's it. The pattern, I will link it also down below. The next finished object, it's my favorite thing ever. Ta-da! Look at that, look at that. This is the URSA sweater. I love it! This is the URSA sweater from Jacqueline Cislak. It's this pattern. Okay. So my mother had her birthday in April and I wanted to make her something. I am in quarantine, so I have all this time in the world and I wanted to make her something pretty. And I wanted a yarn that had cotton in it. So I found this really nice yarn from Drops. It's called Cotton Merino. And, oh, I showed it the other way. This is red. And we have this in Greece. We have Drops in Greece. So I could get it. And this is her first color. Her favorite color, sorry. Magenta. Magenta is her favorite color. She loves purples, but she also loves like rich jewel tones, like I do. I get this from her. So I found this color, which is so nice. I hope you can see. It has two strands. One is cotton and one is merino. And they are different colors. One is more burgundy and one is more purple, and together they make this amazing color. This will look great on my mom. She's blonde and very fair skin, so this will pop on her. I swatched. Sorry, the camera stopped. I swatched. The pattern calls for a bulky weight yarn, but it wasn't easy to find a bulky weight yarn in many colors or in cotton merino that I wanted. So I double stranded this. I held two strands together and I made bulky. This is kind of a DK weight yarn, and it worked. I got gauge. I wanted a fitted garment. If you see her picture here, she has very much positive ease, and she talks about this in her pattern, that if you want to have this much positive ease, you should choose this size, and if you want it more fitted, you should use this size, and so on. And this pattern also has bust darts, so that's why I chose it. My mom has a slim waist and then she has a bigger chest, so I chose not the smallest. I chose a smaller size for her waist and then the biggest bust darts, and this created such a nice fitted garment. It's not one of these like baggy loose things. It's more elegant and fitted. I hope I will have a picture of her one day, because now she lives in another city and I cannot give this to her due to the coronavirus situation, but she will have it one day, so I will share a picture with you. I hope you can see the bust darts there in the chest area. It also has this very nice half brioche detail I have never done before, and the fabric this yarn created is elastic. Oh my god, this smells so good. This smells so good. Okay, so the yarn, the fabric it creates, it's elastic, and I think that's why it's so nice when you wear it. What I used to wash my hand knits is this thing that I love. I could probably drink this. I shouldn't, but it smells that nice. It's the bomb. It's soak. I got this from Amazon. We don't have it in Greece, but I saw some video of a girl sniffing this, and she was right. I love it. So yes, this is the URSA sweater. I knit the 48 inches bust for my mom. Yes, and this pattern is great. It has modifications for, as I said, the waist, the breasts, and also the shoulder length. The how is this part called in English? This part length, arm, no, I don't know. It's pretty. I loved it. I actually loved it so much that I'm making one for myself. So let's move on to works in progress. Okay, works in progress. I'm making another URSA. Not exactly the one I made for my mother, but a little bit modified. I will talk about it. I have it in this bag. I made this bag today. I had a Sandy by the Lakeside inspiration, and I put this tag on it. It's so cute. Can you see that? That's so nice. I made it with cotton and linen fabric, and inside it has my URSA sweater modified. Let's start with the yarn. This is my hand-dyed yarn from avocado pits. I have a video on my channel that shows how you can dye a cotton with avocado, and it made this dusty pink color. I'm not a pink pink clothes kind of girl, but I love this pink because I made it, so yes, I love it. And with it I am making another URSA. I have separated from the sleeves, and this may seem very wide of a neckline for you, but then you go back and pick up the stitches and it gets smaller. So yeah, this is it. It's made from cotton. I had white cotton from the local yarn store I talked about, and I decided to use this for my dyeing experiments. So I cast it on the same size as my mother, and then I clicked on the link she has when you get her pattern. She has a link that says modified version for linen or something like that. And then I clicked there, and she talked about how you can get an URSA but for summer. She used linen for hers. She talked about how the gauge changed and the needles she used and all that nice stuff. So I followed it, and it's going great. It doesn't have the same detail in the front here as the original has, so it doesn't have the half brioche. But I kept the half brioche for the side seams because I think it makes it special. And as you can probably tell, this is a very flowy, loose and summery t-shirt. I will go for short sleeves, mainly because I don't have yarn. That was it. So I think it will have to have short sleeves. Is that it for this project? I think so. So for my next work in progress, brace yourselves. This is my most beautiful, amazing shawl. I have it in this bucket, this bamboo bucket. This is my first Stephen West shawl. It's called MOHAIRINO Medley. This one. I actually met him some months ago in the Barcelona Knits Festival, and that's where I got the yarn that I made his shawl with. And he's so tall. If you have never met him, he's so tall, and he should be tall because he has so much personality. It should have a space, the space to fit all this grand talent and personality he has. So he's what you have imagined, it's what he is in person. So sweet. And I got yarn to make this MOHAIRINO medley. This is my slow project. I'm making it whenever I want, at night. It's relaxing. Okay. There it is. It's big, but it will get bigger when it gets blocked, for sure, because it's like lace, so lace, when it blocks it goes big. The yarns I'm using for this pattern are amazing. I will show them to you. So, the first one I have is the plain cream white. It's not exactly white, but it's not beige. It's something like a, I don't know, a very nice white. It's called Lily, and it's from the Yarn Collective. So nice. It's a 4-ply. The next one I have, it's the mohair one. You can choose whatever fingering or lace type yarns you want for this project. And you can, because the colors go together 2 by 2 and they alternate, I think you can go away with many color combinations and it will still look good, because he manages to blend all the colors together. So this is the mohair I chose. This is a masterpiece. I love this woman. I met her in Barcelona Knits. She is Sokuna Troca, and this is the carnival color in her mohair silk base. It has inside very many greens and oranges and little speckles of pinks and reds, and it's so soft. Her prices are right. Sokuna Troca, love her. Waiting for some yarns from her for Find Your Fade shawl. Next yarns are Malabrigo, Mechita, these two, the teal feather and the glitter. I think these go well together. This shows up bluer than it is. It's a real teal color. I don't know, maybe I should. Oh, it still look. How does it look so blue in the photo? Sorry guys. It's teal. It's teal. And the last very special ball is from TRELIZ. TRELIZ is a Greek dyer, and I bought this from here at the Barcelona Knits Festival. So I met her. She's very nice. Oh, can you see that? Does it focus? Yes. This color is called Chaos is a Ladder, and it's in her ZEUS base. And although it has inside every color of the rainbow, the main colors that pop out are blue and orange, and that's why I chose it. And if you see here, with the blue, with the teal together, they go so well. And then I have another part that I like which has white with every speckled yarn will look very nice together. Okay, so I'm probably around 70% done, 60% done, I don't know, but I don't want it to end. I like it. I want it to go on forever. I will stand up so you can see how big it is. Whoop! Can you see? Can you see? Yes, probably. Okay. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Excuse me. So that was it for this majestic shawl, I think. What else? My dog, oh my god. She's so cute, but she's... What do you want? My next work in progress is in this handmade bag from my partner's mother. She gave this to me. I have many of her handmade bags. She lives in Cyprus, and every time we go she makes something for me, and I love everything. I use everything she makes. She's a great quilter. She makes bags and handbags and book covers, and she makes table runners. We have so many things of hers. So this is a very nice size for socks, because you can also put the balls inside. And these socks are for our roommate. So I live with my partner and our roommate, and I love our roommate. He's like a brother to me. His name is Vasilis, and this is the third pair of socks I have ever made. So I'm still experimenting with different heels and toes and ways to knit socks, but I love the 2 at a time method. I don't think I will change that. These are the Zincs 2.25 millimeter needles. They are spiky, they are nice. I am a loose knitter, so probably I should go down a size. I casted on 64 stitches for him. He wears a men's 42 size foot. I don't know the equivalent for international sizes, sorry. I don't know. And he chose these colors. I let him go through my stash, and I got out some yarns for him, and he chose Drops FABEL. In this very nice teal again, and this beige color that is self patterning, so it creates this exciting effect, but you don't do anything. I just knit. So I tried with my last socks the afterthought heel, and that was it. I'm like, why do I have to do the heel turn and flap and these things, where I can just pick up the stitches and do the afterthought heel? Okay, I don't know, I'm doing the afterthought heel again. So I'm just knitting until the yarn is over, and I think you will love them. I hope you will love them. Yes. So these are the socks. These are the Zincs, as I said, but usually when I knit, I use the Chaogu needles. My partner got me the Chaogu needles for my birthday last year, and he also got me La Bien-Aimée yarn. he loves me. That's when I got it, when I understood he loves me. So what else? That's it for knitting. I will now show you a little bit of crochet, and it's different. It's in this bag I got from Turkey when I lived in Lesbos. Turkey was very close. It was 20 minutes with a boat. So we went there and we bought stuff from the market because it's cheaper than Greece. So in here I have these beauties. And this is a soap. It's a handmade soap my cousin makes in an island called Ikaria in Greece. She makes soaps and creams, and everything she does is from natural ingredients, not chemicals, all handmade. And she asked me to make some cases, some soap covers, so you can put your soap inside and shower with this, and then you can everyone in the family can have their own soap cover but use the same soap. And this is a great way to reduce waste and stop buying acrylic loofahs. Is it loofahs, the word? You think that those cushy, I think it's called loofahs, but you get what I mean, the acrylic stuff you shower yourself with. And these are made out of cotton. Let me put one inside so you can see. The pattern, it's so simple. I just thought about it. I make a chain out of 11 stitches, and then I make 6 stitches on the ends, and then I knit for 8 rounds, and it creates this pretty cover. So when you get your soap and it's full, you can see your soap from up the top. And then when your soap gets smaller, you just tie these knots together and your soap still is inside. I'm using it and I love it. I don't know how I would feel about it, but I love it. I also have many cotton yarns in this speckle base, so I'm going to make probably hundreds for here. I'm using the 2.5 millimeter hook. It doesn't want to focus, but trust me, it's 2.5 millimeter hook for this. Nice. Next up. Okay, am I moving it? No. Next. What I'm going to show next? The sewing. So, I'm not a sewer. I have a machine here, a sewing machine, a very basic one. It's the Singer Tradition. My roommate got it for me for my birthday last year or the year before, I don't remember. And I'm trying. I'm not the best, but I'm trying. So I tried to make a dress. This is the first dress I'm making out of a pattern. It's called the Hinterland dress from the So Liberated, and I made the wrong size. I made a very big size for me, but it's okay because I got new linen fabric and I will make the right size one. Although it's the wrong size, I'm wearing it all the time because I made it and I love it. So this, I will stand up. This is the dress. It's long You probably can't see, I have to put my foot up. It's a long dress. It's a baggy dress. It shouldn't be that that big, but it's okay. And I put these buttons. My dog is going crazy, wait. Okay, I put those buttons that I kept from another dress that got ruined, so I reused them. And this pattern is very good for someone that is not such a good sewer, because it has pictures, it has very detailed information, and I had a great time sewing it. I laid out all the printed pattern sheets, I connected them, I cut the fabric. It's exciting, it's exciting. It took me 3 days to make it, and I will make probably another 5 of them. I don't know, maybe another 5, because it's very nice for summer. It feels like you're not wearing anything, but you are. I used linen from Greece. I had got this linen to make a shirt for my brother, like a kaftan type of relaxed shirt, but I couldn't do it. I got it last year. I couldn't do it last year. This year, maybe I can. He will get another shirt. It's fine. That's it for sewing. And the last thing I will share with you is yarn dyeing experiments. Yarn dyeing experiments. Okay, this is the bucket where I have all the mini skeins of yarn I dyed in just 2 weeks. This might seem like a maniac. Okay, this is the bucket. I know it's big. I'm not going to show you everything that's in here because it will take us 4 days, but I'm going to show you some of my favorite ones. Okay, let's start with these guys. Those guys. These guys. I don't know. Look at that. These are pretty, right? I'm not crazy. These are pretty. This is dyed with henna, and these are dyed with madder root. Wrongly. When you dye with madder root, you're supposed to get a red color, but I didn't read the instructions right, so I got pink, peachy pink colors. It's peachy pink, and they are so nice together. I want to make something out of these 3. The book I reference is a book that Santa Claus got me this year, and it's this book, Wild Color, and I've read it 50 times. I read it 50 times. I mark everything. It has pictures inside of the plants, and then what colors you're supposed to get. It doesn't always work like that because plants are different in different parts of the world, so it doesn't always work like that, but it has great instructions for beginners. And for madder root, it had 2 pages that said leave the madder root to soak and boil the first time and throw the water and blah blah blah, and I did nothing. I just boiled some root and put this in. I put this first, and then in the exhaust bath I put this, and that's what I got. And it's pretty. Next batch I will show you is the green. I wanted to make green. I made these, both of the greens I made are khaki greens, which are, it's a really nice type of green, I think. This is out of dandelions, and these are out of wild carrot tops. Oh, look at that. They smell weird. What is this? Vinegar? This smells fine. So this is the green one. I think, or from what I've been reading, to get a really nice bright green, etc., you need to combine indigo dyed yarn with yellow dyed yarn, like turmeric, that. But I haven't tried to dye with indigo yet. I have bought some, but I'm chicken. It sounds hard. Okay, some other colors I have made. This mini skein. Oh my god, this is hibiscus, this blue is azurite, and this is rosemary, and this, I don't remember, chamomile, I think. Oh, nice. And then the last thing I will show you, not the last thing, the next to last, because I want to show these two, the dark ones. These are logwood. In Greek, logwood is translated like bloodwood, and it made these really dark, really nice dark blue purple colors. And I also tried to experiment with speckling and heavy variegated yarns. So I've done many different types of speckled experiments. Some of them are really nice, like this one. It got a very interesting patterning. And this one, this has dark purple and more fuchsia speckles. And I have this multicolor one. Or this onion skin. These look exactly the same. This is the color they are. The color you see is exactly what it is. And this one. Nice, right? Okay. So every time I dye a batch, I put a little tag here that says a number. This is number 50. And then I can go in on my notebook. This is my little dye notebook. This sticker is from an illustrator I love. I have many of her stickers. And inside here, I have all my dye experiments details, and also some little illustrations like this rosemary. I drew the day I died with rosemary, or these eucalyptus leaves. And I also have inspiration photos of things I've seen on Instagram, mainly, that inspire me. Most of the pictures that inspire me, of course, are from the Woolly Mammoth dye works. And then I put the details here, what I did that day, and have a little yarn swatch here, so I know exactly what I did, and if I like it, I can just go back and do it again. I love taking notes. I'm that type of girl. I take notes every day for my life, and I have them all here. This is a sticker from another illustrator I love, and in the back it has pandas again. And this is the notebook I have for my everyday life. And some days I put pictures inside of it. So, like this one, that I am knitting at work, the shawl, the Stephen West shawl, and this was the first 24-hour shift I had in my new job as an intern in gynecology, and I was so anxious. I had this feeling of like, will I do everything right, and will it go right, because 24 hours being at the hospital is hard if you haven't done it. And I had my knitting with me, of course, so this saved me, because when I am anxious I can just take 5 minutes and sit down with my shawl and do the lace, and it's so relaxing and I feel like home. So that's what I did that day, and just to remember it, I take a picture and I print it in my little printer and I put it on my planner. Yes. So that's all I wanted to talk about. I hope you liked it. I hope you also like the footage of me and my little dog going around for plant hunting. I hope I will see you again, and I want to use this video as a platform to make knitting friends, because in Greece it's not so easy to make knitting friends in person. I don't think we have a very big community or a very organized community. If you have ever seen Jochi Locatelli talk about the community in Argentina, it's the same in Greece. Mainly older women, I shouldn't say older, maybe more mature women knit, and we don't use such good quality yarns or environmental friendly yarns, or knit like from Ravelry. Not many people know about Ravelry, so I want to make some knitting friends, maybe from Greece, or maybe friends who live 1,000 miles away from me. This is my chance to connect with some of you. So I will link everything I talked about down below. I hope you had a great time. I hope you stay safe and knit and create and love yourselves. And that's it. Bye.